Hello, this is Don with Dynamo Services, and today I want to make a video regarding plowing. Now, I haven't been in the plowing business for a very long time at all. In fact, I only plowed one time since I owned this truck. That's why I want to make a video regarding this topic, because I don't think it's out there that much, okay? Before you invest in a snowplow, make sure that you live in an area that is a prediction of snow on a yearly regular basis, okay? I've owned this truck for 3 seasons now. I only used it one time. I only used it one day, okay? So for the past 3 years, we only had one snowstorm that I used this plow. I purchased this truck with the plow already on it. I did not go out and purchase the plow for the truck, okay? So if you were to purchase a plow and you already have the truck, I would just make sure first you already have the work in place, okay? I would make sure I already had some kind of good contract. I would already make sure that I already had a few places to plow before I even started going, before I even invested in a plow, okay? I would make sure that you have the work there, okay, before you invest in a plow. Even this plow used, I would say, is at least $2,500, okay? If you would go buy this plow brand new, you're looking at about, I think they're about $7,000 now, okay? So I purchased this truck in 2016, in January of 2016, for $10,000. It only had 100,000 miles on it. The main reason I purchased this truck was because it had the snow plow, okay? And it was a crew cab. It did not come with the ladder racks. I did put the ladder racks on myself. Now, this truck has been into an accident. I made a video regarding me getting hit and it almost putting me out of business, okay? So, believe it or not, I paid $10,000 for this truck. They totaled the truck, okay? They totaled this truck and they gave me a check for $11,000. I do have to go get a rebuilt title, but this truck is free. To me, it's free. It's already paid for itself. Somebody rear-ended me on 95 and caused a major accident. I don't think it's totaled. There's no frame damage. It just looked a lot worse than it does now. Before I did a few things, like the exhaust needed some work. Not really. The exhaust was just hanging down. That needed to be put back up in place. The tire, this tire right here was slashed. But the insurance companies, they really don't know what they're looking at, okay? So they totaled this truck. They gave me $11,000 to keep the truck. They, it was $11,000 to keep it, or $12,000 for me to sell it to them, and they take the truck. So I took the $10,000. So my goal is to put a flatbed on this truck and make this a power washing truck, and that way I could just have my power washer and everything on this flatbed. That's my goal. This winter, I need to repaint this front of the truck. It does need to be repainted, but I was lucky because this truck already got paid for, pretty much by somebody hitting it and totaling it out. Now, I do have commercial insurance. I also have another truck, okay? When you're running any type of business, you need multiple of everything, okay? So you need, I mean, this is from my experience. You always want to be, you always want to have stuff just laying around in case something happens. You never know what's going to happen. So in my case, this truck got totaled. Well, during the insurance process, I was able to use my dump truck to get around and to work. So I have another truck, I have another trailer, so the next day I still went to work like nothing happened. If this was my only vehicle, I would have really been screwed, because the insurance company was not offering a rental vehicle. They didn't try to help me out at all, okay, for about a month, because there were so many vehicles involved. They didn't know whose fault it was, okay? So it took a month for it to get settled. Back to the plowing. I truly believe that January and February are the 2 months out of the year, the 2 best months to purchase equipment, okay? Mainly due to the fact that a lot of guys that do contracting businesses, landscaping, tree service, any kind of contracting work, they don't know how to manage the money. Okay, so a lot of people, they can't make it through the winter. They need to sell off equipment. They need to get another job, okay? But in my situation, like for instance, the dump truck, I bought that for an extremely good deal. I bought it in January because the people had no work and they had to sell it, okay? Cash is king. You gotta think, a lot of people just don't have $10,000 in cash in January to buy trucks and equipment. So, in my opinion, I truly believe, out of all my equipment that I purchased, I mainly purchased equipment in January and February. The bigger companies, the large companies, they want to sell off their equipment, their older equipment, to purchase new equipment for tax purposes, and the little guys can barely make it, and they need to sell off equipment to pay the bills. Okay, that's truly my opinion and what I believe, because throughout many years I purchased a lot of good equipment in January and February. March and April is the time to sell, okay? People get their tax returns back and they invest in small businesses, okay? They buy trucks, they buy mowers, they have the money to invest. March, April is the time to sell, okay? January and February is the time to buy, if you have the money. So, this story all comes down to how much snow do you get, okay? If you get above 30 inches on an average year, I would say a plow is worth buying. If you get 20 inches and below, I wouldn't even bother with it unless I had a large contract already in place before I purchased the plow, okay? This is just my opinion. Like I said, I have had this truck for 3 years. I've only used it to plow one day, one time. Thank you for watching Dynamo Services.